We're here today, Chickasabogue Creek. Getting a little bit of a late start. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Going to be trying to catch some bass. Starting off with this tube jig. Haven't been up here in a while. Just going to be fishing my way north towards 158. Kind of doubt I'll make it that far, but if I do, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool too. Starting out with that Zman EZ Tube that I'd say I Peter Johnson rig it. It's a weedless rig. Just skipping it in under bushes and sticks. I'm thinking those fish are going to be positioned facing into that current, trying to ambush things. Letting it hit the bottom, swimming it back to me. Alright, there's a little guy. He come out from under a log. Alright. Good little Chickasabogue spot. This creek is one of my favorite places to fish, but you do have to pick it at the right time. If it rains a lot, a day or two before you go, it can be really high and swift, and you can get yourself in trouble here. I think I've flipped a kayak about 6 times in my life, and about 4 of them have been here. So it can be dangerous, but right now the water level is perfect for paddling up and skipping under bushes. There's one. Good little spot on the old Peter Johnson. That's our second spotted bass on the tube, just swimming that thing along. This creek is loaded with spotted bass. There's a bunch of them that size in here. So on a previous cast, I fished this area just maybe 5 minutes ago, and I had a few bass swim out from under bushes and chase my tube, but they saw the kayak before they bit the hook. So I waited just a few minutes, and now I'm trying it again. Alright, and this guy's a little bit bigger than those spotted bass that I'd been catching. Oh yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, so if it looks like a different lighting and the camera's a little bit closer, my GoPro 11 was overheating at this point pretty bad, so I switched over to a Tacticam that I keep in my backpack. So from this point forward, everything's going to be filmed on the Tacticam. So the camera angle is going to look like this, and the audio is not going to be quite as good, so there will be more narrating from me. Still using that Zman EZ Tube, skipping under the bushes. It's going pretty well for us so far. Alright, here's a little guy. It's another little spotted bass, I believe. Oh yeah, they're all in here about the same size in this creek. Fishing small creeks like this, a lot of times you have to paddle up and wait for that perfect opportunity to make that good cast. You may only have one little shot at doing it, and that was a good little skip right there. So the joys of skipping. And we got a fish. was a good skip and a decent little fish. Alright, as you noticed on that last one, the current was starting to spin me around, so as soon as I get the fish in the boat, I have to be paddling to correct myself, or else I could get in trouble. You have to stay vigilant to avoid the dangers of flipping in the current. Man, these creek fish are so aggressive. They just run out from under those bushes and just bam, hit that thing. Yeah, once you paddle north and you get away from Shelton Beach Road a little bit, that stretch between Shelton Beach and 158 is really nice to paddle. Gosh, I think I've already said it before, but if you've never been, it's such a nice place. The fish are just a bonus. Alright, just hooked up with another little guy under the sticks in that current. These little creek bass love to flip and flop. It takes them a second to cool down. Well, that guy cooled down alright. Right back in the water. So you can see under the kayak everything is very shallow. This is just like a flat. If you just stay peeled and keep looking, you'll see those tiny little dark holes on the side of the bank in certain places, and that's got to be where the fish are. And right here, I've skipped in there, and boom, there was a decent little bass. But you got to keep your eyes peeled out for those dark holes. I'm so glad the current's not super swift today, because that guy would have gotten me fouled up. And now we're going to be using the Shimano Enber. This is one I've been playing with in some of my Clearwater videos and trips, and we're just going to see if anything will bite it. So we're casting it out, letting it get down to the 4 to 6 foot that it goes to, and trying to bounce it off sticks if it hits any. And oh, we got a good fish here. He smacked the mess out of it. He's pulling me right into that laydown. If the current was going more swift, this could be a really bad situation, but I don't think it's going to cause me a problem. But if that current was running through there, this could be a situation that would cause you to flip right here. You gotta be careful in these little creeks. Yes, as this is going on, I'm just having memories of accidents from before where that current's rolled me over in places just like that. Another new lure I've gotten in recent months is this Chatterbait Minimax. I'm using a Berkeley, I'm not exactly sure the name of it. It's like a split-tailed, straight shad type trailer. It's about the right size to go on this Minimax. And I like the other chatterbaits, but this Minimax is a new one with a smaller blade. Seems like it's going to be perfect for this creek. So let's see how it goes. It felt like I just had one pop it, and we're slowly reeling it back to the boat. It doesn't seem like anything's happening. When I take that corrective paddle stroke, the line's still in the water. Oh, and he come up and got it. And that is a little spotted bass. He got that thing when it was just hanging in the current. Okay, so at this point we've made it almost to 158, turned around, come back closer to Shelton Beach Road, back to our launch point, and I figure while I'm, just drifting back to the launch, I may as well throw this big old Shimano Armajoint. I bought an entire combo just for this lure. Now, this is one of my first trips with it. I haven't caught anything up until this point, but who knows, there could be a big old aggressive fish in this creek. So the Armajoint only goes down to about 6 inches to a foot in the water. I think it depends on your line. I'm using a 50-pound braid to 20-pound Yozuri hybrid, and I'm still learning this bait. Right now I'm kind of trying to do like I do the others, cast it to the dark, where I think the darker, deeper water is. Just give that thing some quarter turns with your reel handle, make it dance a little bit, slowly reel it back. I'm not sure exactly what works, so experimenting with all of it. I don't know if you could see it or not, but as soon as that lure hit the water, some commotion by those pads swirled a little bit, and I twitch it, and ooh, I got something. What is it? What is it? Oh my goodness. That fish is just about the same size as the bait. But I'll take it. First fish on this giant lure.
I don't believe it.
So I'm going to have to catch a few more fish to justify buying an entire combo. But that's not a bad first fish, I guess. Alright, so there's some eddy current going on in this bend right here. And I'm thinking the fish are going to be, ambushing things that are caught in that chaos of that current. I'm throwing this Armajoint, in that bend, twitching it a little bit, and then trying to reel it out. And I start reel kind of fast, and then boom, this would have been the biggest fish of the day, but he shook off. Isn't that a heartbreaker? At this point, I'm nearing my takeout at Shelton Beach Road. I've caught a pretty good bit of fish. I've caught over 15 fish, I would say. I didn't include them all because some of the cast may have been off camera, or it just didn't look exactly right on the camera. But it was a very fun trip. I caught fish pretty much on everything that I decided to throw, most of them being on that tube, a few on the Enber, a few on the Chatterbait, and then that last fish on the Armajoint, and I missed that big fish. If you've never been here to Chickasabogue, I do recommend it. It is a very good overlooked creek. As usual, I do appreciate you checking out the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd like to give one little last thank you to my dad. He's there in the red shirt, for picking me up, dropping me off on this trip. This is coming out on Father's Day 2023, so happy Father's Day.